Well, I'm back for this may or may not be a vlog, but I'm recording this ride. It's in the later part of September here, 22nd of September, and I'm going to do a little bit of a vlog, I guess, on the fly here about where I'm at with my long COVID resistance or experience. And it's Wednesday. I'm going to talk about my COVID experience now. Here we are, 10 months in. And we have finished with our harvest in the vineyard. And through that experience with harvest, there's the winery over there. And I was doing my samples to determine the ripeness of the fruit at the winery. I was able to do a little bit more than just taste the sweetness of the sugar in the fruit. I was able to actually taste some of the characters that I found familiar with the fruit as it was ripening, which was emotional for me because none of that really have been part of my experience up to that point. So we're talking about a month ago, we'll just say mid-August to until now. Things have been coming back a little bit. I tried a few remedies on trying to get it to come back, and I just had no luck. It's been a long haul journey. The good news is, like I say, some things are coming back. My insomnia, it's still altered. Some smells are just not. I'm getting a sensation of a smell that just is altered. It's not the same. It's not the same smell that I'm used to. Some things that's particularly pungent is skunk. They're very active this time of year here in south central Kansas, and I've seen some roadkill, and I've actually dispatched a couple of skunks that were digging under my mom's house, and it smells very much like skunk, but it's not the same. It's very irritating, just like skunk normally is, but it's also altered, and some very, it's just altered. So there's not any way that I can describe it other than it's very similar, but it's some sort of a tangent to what is normal. Don't you do it. Thank you. Some tastes are coming back, but again in this altered state. Salt and sweet are still predominant, and the acidity. Oh, they're cutting some soybeans. Nice. And that dust, I can smell that dust. It's got a green type smell. Fresh mowed lawn. I detect that, and it's very familiar, and then it dissipates quickly. But if I get a predominant or a familiar smell, and then it just dissipates what's weird is even if I don't need to, if I have a large blowing of my nose, or if I have a Kleenex and I blow my nose, or a snot rocket if I'm out running, it comes back. Oh wow, we got a fire. Looks like that's the burn pit over there. Smoke is an interesting sensation. It's not so unfamiliar, but it's also irritating. I've been around some people that have cigarette smoke. They smoke and I smell that cigarette smell, but it's not what I'm used to. So the best thing that I could describe that as is, rather than it smelling like tobacco, cigarette smoke, I smell like a paper smell. It's like a paper smell, paper burning smell. Very weird. Okay, let's see if we can wheelie the railroad tracks. That was a pretty good one. I might have freaked those people out. They'll get over it. Gasoline. Gasoline has a smell different than what gas smells like. Combustion of an engine, and early on, the same smell that I get out of like gas or diesel or a small gas engine or a car, I would smell something that is normally not detectable. But the gas burning and the diesel burning early on, the smell of the exhaust had the same smell. Now I can differentiate between gas and diesel, and they are notably different. That they're not the same as what I remember they being. So they're making improvement, but gosh, it's so slow. It's slow improvement. I'm trying to be patient, but not having full sensation, but having some when it came to a very emotional time, such as harvest for me on the grapes in the vineyard. And I ought to do some vineyard riding here soon. It's cooling off, so I will get on the yellow DRZ, which doesn't really have a name yet. It's it's a E model, but doesn't necessarily have an E model engine in it yet. Take it out there before things get too cold. So that's kind of an update right now. Something very early on, I think I mentioned this previously, was that I felt like I got hot really easily in the springtime doing activity. Well, that'd have been a bad day for both of us. But you'd kind of expect that from someone that looked like that. But we know who they voted for. Anyway, we'll talk to you next time.